This is Mercedes GLE 2018 model 3-liter engine. Have a look at the moment. Engine light on, and suspect it's problem with the DPF. However, I will take a faulty codes and come back to you. You can see there is a two faulty codes on the engine management and one faulty code for the transmission. And also this customer told something not right with the transmission because the gears not changing. I don't know, both related to each other. We'll see. What's the faulty code for the engine management? You can see this is the faulty code for the engine management. Yeah, P246385 should contain diesel low gasoline particulate filter is not okay, right? That's fine. And the signal on the fuel, yeah, at the moment we can see the fuel level over the half a tank, but however there is a faulty code for the fuel. ESP C6C067900 can communicate with CP41, right? Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm going to exit from here. Right, we'll see what's the faulty code on the engine management. Right, this is the faulty codes for under engine management. However, before I do anything, I'll switch off the car, ignition on, and I will try to erase this faulty codes and have a look what's going on there. It's already erased. Again, read the faulty code. Yeah, no faulty code at the moment, all clear up. And now again switch off the car and start the car and have a look. Yeah, engine management light disappeared. Right, next step, I'm going to the live data and have a look what's the DPF pressure. Live data, value of diesel particulate filter, this one. We'll have a look what's going on there. You can see the ash content 0. It shouldn't be 0. Why it's 0? What's the mileage now? Yeah, 47. Yeah, it's the correct mileage. Successfully regeneration from the this mile. Right, at the moment all parameters okay. Yeah, engine light gone. Engine light already off, and we are going to the engine bay and have a look what's going on the engine bay, because I want to check the oil level, coolant level, everything okay as should be. Right, okay, all right. This is the dipstick. You can see here top section missing. It's common problem because what happened, sometimes people will open this one and it will knock the edge. It's happened to us also well before, but we know now how we going to open this one. Sometimes someone open without any knowledging, they will knock to the tip and it's broken. However, it's broken. I'll check the oil level, and the coolant level looks okay to me, and I'll check the oil level and I'll come back to you. Yeah, oil level also not bad, half a way down, but it's reasonable for the my job. We'll take to the good motorway journey and have a look what's going on there. This is the other problem vehicle has. You can see gear shifting nearly 3000 rpm. That's one also not good, something not right. At the moment this car drove around 13 miles, light came back again. So I'm going to take a computer report again and dig into the problem. You can see it has a one faulty code under the engine management, diesel particulate filter, soot. Okay, right, enter ignition on, and I need to go to the live data. Yeah, same faulty code. Okay, exit from here, data stream, graphic line, NOx sensors, this one, exhaust actual values. I'm going to select all. Okay, at the moment you can see the ash contains 0. Differential pressure, I need to go millibars. Yeah, at the moment you can see the your DPF pressure high while it's idle 26 millibars, and while it's RPM 1500, very difficult to hold. Right, around 1500 RPM. Yeah, you can see 64. This is not good. Right, I remove the air box this side because this sensor right behind of there, the DPF pressure sensor. Basically we need to take a air box out for the read to this one. Now I have access to there. Then I'm going to check the sensors wiring okay or not with the multimeter. There is a 3-wire sensor, you can see here, 3 wires. Very bottom one 0592, and the middle one yeah, that's the signal line. Yeah, middle one signal, and the top one, yeah, that's the power line. Right, yeah, look like this sensor okay. Right, next step, I need to clean the DPF because the DPF little bit higher the pressure. So next step, I'm not sure the which sensor for the front and the which sensor for the back, but however I will take one tube from here. You can see there is a 2 tube. I'll take it one out and have a look with my tool, and what's the pressure, higher pressure one in the front one, lower pressure one in the back one. Yeah, once I remove everything, I'll come back to you. I already removed the sensor, and you can see this is the one sensor. If it fit on this side, it's like a right hand side. Yeah, I took it out the one tube, one pipe basically. So I'm going to put it my pressure tester and have a look what's the pressure. Which one is the high pressure one? It's for the front one. Which one is the low pressure is for the back. Very awkward place to check it from the underneath. However, I'm going to connect this one and start the car and check the pressure. Right, okay, I'm going to start the car. It's a 19 and it's fluctuate because this indication something not right with the DPF. However, we'll have a look what's going on there. First of all, I'm going to inject the chemical through the, this is the one I need to inject the chemicals. Then after that I need to bring down this pressure. Yeah, that's the chemical I'm going to inject now. You can see this pipe, this is the front one. Very difficult to find out, but this is the front one. Okay, let's inject then. Yeah, something coming out, we need to sort out, and I'll inject full bottle there. Then after that I come back to you. Yeah, once I inject everything, I'll connect the all connectors, install the covers, and I'll come back to you. Right, we inject the chemical and we install the covers. Now we need to go with the cleaning process. We'll see what's going on there. Now you can see the pressure 235, 36, little bit rave the RPM. You can see pressure coming down. Yeah, it came to the correct level. Basically you can see 47. If it's the vehicle 1500 rpm, it should be under 50. Now however, while it's nearly 3000 rpm, it's 47. Yeah, it's a good back pressure at the moment. Still going down. 43. You can see at the moment while car idle under 5 now. Right, that means it's very good. And the while car raving rpm 1500. Very difficult to hold the rpm. Yeah, it's 12. Yeah, that's the good range at the moment. Yeah, all job success now. Next step, I need to reset the parameters. Right, what I'm going to do before the road test, special function, this one, and you can see after replacement combinated diesel particulate filter. Okay, yeah, press. After that press OK. Press OK. Right, it's successful. Yeah, end of procedure. Yeah, and going back, read faulty codes. Yeah, at the moment no faulty codes there. That's a good sign. Okay, now nothing to do much in the car. Now next step, I need to go for a good motorway journey. Then after that I'll come back to you. At the moment 13 miles is done. I'll make it 0 again and go for a nice road test. Door open. Yeah, make it 0. Yes. Yeah, it's 0. Yeah, after the good road test, I'll come back to you. Right, all clear up. Yeah, I'm going to exit from here and go to the engine control module. Yeah, and get my live data, and I'm heading to the motorway and come back to you. Just got it to the road. You can see before 2000 rpm, all gears changing well. Yeah, look like to me job success. Yeah, but however I need to go to the motorway. You can see second gear, third gear, fourth. Yeah, all gears shift nicely. Yeah, look like a it's success at the moment. However, until go to the motorway and come back, I'm not sure. However, once I complete the motorway journey, I'll come back to you. Complete over 20 miles and came back. We'll see what the computer say to us. I will call the report for under engine management. What do you think? Is it success? Read faulty codes. Bingo! No any faulty codes. Yeah, success. Yeah, you saw now what's happened and what's going on. All gears shifting smooth, no any problem. But however, I noticed little bit cat not good condition. Sometime it will trigger up the later. If it trigger up, then we need to remove the cat and sort out that problem. However, this car work as should be, all went fine. No faulty code after road test. Yeah, everything went fine. I couldn't say anything at the moment. Yeah, all good for me, all nice. Thank you. If you have a like this question problem, you know what to do. Go to the comment section and comment there. I'll come back to you. Thanks for watching. See you with the next video.